You don't need flashy viral edits like the old Alex Ramosi videos were to go viral. That's not what makes you go viral. What makes you go viral is the message, is the impact that you have with your audience, is the power of what you're saying. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Micheletti Podcast. And today we're doing it a little bit different. We are going to be reviewing some different content creators and see what kind of things we can pull from their content and implement into our own to really make our videos go viral. We're going to review some content from 3 different creators. And we've got Gary Vee, we've got Mr. Grateful, and we've got Jordan Peterson. Very different personalities. They talk about very different subject topics. And we're going to figure out how we can implement some of the elements from their content into our own. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's get started.
I believe the number one reason people are fucked up is because they're not accountable. You want to get real happy real fast? Literally look yourself in the mirror and say 100% of everything that is not working for me is my fault.
It's true. It's
And
true.
don't beat yourself up and say, I'm a piece of shit, I'm a loser. No. The second you go there, you realize you can then also fix it. But if you're blaming a league or the media or social media or TikTok or Elon or Twitter or Twitch or Fox News or CNN or like, if you're just, well, then you're saying, I'm not in control. Fuck.
All right. This video, spectacular. This is a message that I truly believe in from the bottom of my heart. Taking full self-accountability for where you are in life. It's something that I hear Gary Vee talk about, and someone that's completely different from Gary Vee, Andrew Tate. He talks about it all the time as well. You'd think that if these majorly successful people from different backgrounds talk about this and believe in this, that we might want to listen, right? But I don't think nearly enough of us do. I hear people complain about the market conditions in real estate all the time. I hear people complain about an oversaturated market and or this video editing thing being oversaturated and too much competition because everybody is a short form video editor now. But at the end of the day, the reason that you're not where you want to be in business, the reason you're not where you want to be in life is not because of the government. It's not because of a oversaturated market. It's none of that. It's because of you. And obviously you want to play things smart. And if it really is too oversaturated, maybe you want to pivot, but take accountability for where you are and stop complaining about things. It's something that I think we all need to take much more seriously as we continue through life. And I think we'll all be more successful for it. But talking about the actual content here, I want to break down one of the most important aspects of content, and it's the structure of which it is created. It's hook, story, offer. Those are the 3 elements of content. A hook is grabbing the audience's attention. A story is the thing that you're articulating to the audience. It's the retainer of attention. What story are you articulating, whether it's a backstory of something that's happened to you or it's an explanation of something? That's your story. It's the bulk of your content. Then you have your offer or your call to action, or what I like to call the close of a loop. It's tying the video all back in together. It's the prologue, or it's the, what is it? What's the end of a book? Prologue or epilogue? I think it's the epilogue. It's the epilogue of the video, right? So let's break it down and let's go through this video and figure out what he does well.
I believe the number one reason people are fucked up is because they're not accountable.
This is something that I really love. He calls people out. One of the greatest ways to grab people's attention is to call a subset of individuals out. He doesn't even call a subset of individuals out. He calls everybody out by saying that the reason you're fucked up is because you're not accountable. It grabs your attention. It says, oh shit, maybe I don't take enough accountability. What the fuck is this guy going to be talking about? If you want to get a little bit more views on your videos, if you want to get some more views on your videos, call a subset of individuals out. He does this spectacularly. And then also you'll notice up here, he has his header, who's in control of your life, which is just a visual element that he adds to that hook to grab your attention and give you an idea of what he's about to talk about. Because if you're interested in that for these first 2 kind of phrases, then chances are you're going to watch the rest of the video, which is going to increase his views.
You want to get real happy real fast? Literally look yourself in the mirror and say 100% of everything that is not working for me is my fault.
It's true. It's
And
true.
don't beat yourself up and say, I'm a piece of shit, I'm a loser. No.
Something else I want you guys to notice on this video is the lack of flashiness on the edits. It's something that me and my team also firmly believe in. You don't need flashy viral edits like the old Alex Ramosi videos were to go viral. That's not what makes you go viral. What makes you go viral is the message, is the impact that you have with your audience, is the power of what you're saying. So one thing that I really want you guys to understand, you don't need a ton of flashiness to go viral. You just need a great message. So speak on what you're passionate about. Speak on what you know. In turn, if you refine how you are able to communicate that information, you will go viral, but it has nothing to do with the edits. I think edits are cool because it adds a nice visual element to things, and it very well may boost you, but it's not going to be the only reason you go viral. And I think this is a perfect example of why that's true. You don't need flashy edits to go viral. Now, let's go on to another video. Let's watch this one here.
Most people can't get out of posting the same shit over and over because they need the same results, even though it's declining. Attention is the #1 asset.
Gary taught you a trick a few weeks ago, and immediately you got like 600,000, I don't even know the number, 600,000 likes or something.
This makes me so happy. This was like 2 weeks ago, and it's like, this feels like very gratifying to me. It's like instant validation to giving good strategy. It's not even a trick.
I tagged him in the screenshot, and he was like, look, 2.6 million views, 18 million views, 12 million views. It was the same week that you told him.
Underpriced attention, the arbitrage, the opportunity.
So you kicked off that front space of the still photo with the text, and then the video that follows. Genius.
Yeah, it's funny for everybody to give it clarity. Instagram's tougher now, supply and demand. It's not like it was when we were kicking it in 2014. And a lot of the demand went to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but the supply is super up. Yesterday, more people posted on Instagram than ever before. So it gets harder. So you're looking for what I call strategic organic content. What's the organic content move? What I think I do well, that I want more people to do well, is I have the humility for it to bomb. I don't fear somebody coming to Gary V's page and seeing 80,000 views. You got 14, like, you suck. Like, I'm like, okay. We take a lot of creative risks. Most people can't get out of posting the same shit over and over because they need the same results, even though it's declining. So
now, let's talk about the message really quick, because he's not saying at the end there, he's not saying not to remake content. He's saying don't remake bad content. Don't continue to do the same shit, even though it's not performing. Get creative. And this is something that I think a lot of us miss. We don't get creative in the way that we go about creating our content. Get outside of the box. Get out of your comfort zone. Nobody ever grew by doing the same exact thing over and over and over again and expecting a different results. That's the definition of insanity. So when you're creating content, get outside the box. Try new things, because chances are you can go viral on something that you've never done rather than doing the same thing that keeps getting you 400, 500 views. So try something different, get outside of your box, and do something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone. All right, so this next content creator is Dominic Ashburn, aka Mr. Grateful. This is someone that I really respect when it comes to content and just the way that he puts it together because of how creative and educational it truly is. Let's jump straight into it.
2 ways to use Adobe Firefly's new generative fill AI tool that can remove or replace things in your images. First, you go to firefly.adobe.com and hit generative fill. Upload a picture and select the insert tool to replace objects. Then erase what you want to replace. Fun tip, to adjust the brush size, click bracket up or down, or you can hit the settings button right here for more options. Anyway, then enter in a simple prompt and hit generate. It gives you 4 options that all match the color and perspective of your original image. Then hit keep at the bottom to confirm your choice, and now you can start a new generative fill.
We're not going to go through the whole video, but a couple things on this one. Number one, the way that he structures his videos is just like an instruction manual. One of the most important keys when you're creating content is to create an actionable step for your audience to immediately be able to go implement and get results from. If you're able to do this, your audience will watch your video and they'll come away feeling fulfilled from it. That's why I love what he does here, because he shows you how to use a tool that could immediately impact your life in a positive way. And you can go implement it right now. You could go search it while you're watching the video. It's a spectacular way to put together content, and I know you can implement it into your own. So figure out, if you're teaching somebody how to do something, how can you walk them through it and give them enough information to be able to go take action on it right away. If you're able to do that, your content will succeed. It's one of the key reasons why I think his content does so well. And he used ChatGPT to come up with the majority of his content ideas, I believe, as well. So really, really great concept for his content. I love it. Let's move on to Jordan Peterson.
I wonder, well, what's the meaning of life? Like, what's it all about? What justifies the suffering and the misery?
First of all, the hook on this one is spectacular. It's not a call out per se, but it catches your attention. It catches your attention because meaning of life is something that we probably all think about quite frequently. And I think just the negative words they use is like misery and suffering, again, grab your attention. So great way to structure that.
All of that. It's like, well, that's what justifies it. It's like you put yourself up against that. You think, okay, with all of this pushing against me, how much can I push back?
Right there, what you'll notice is after he has that great hook of what's the meaning of life, what's the point of going through all this misery and suffering, which grabs your attention with negativity and also striking a thought that you probably already have. But then he also puts it back on you. He says, how can you do these things? So it makes you think of yourself. It puts you back in your own shoes. And if you're able to do this in your content by putting it back on your audience and making them think about themselves, but you're guiding the conversation in their brains, I think that's a great way to create relationship and have a really deep, almost conversation with your audience. And again, make sure that they watch through the video all the way because he's talking about something important. He has a very interesting idea of this concept. So as you're listening to him, you're walking through this scenario yourself. And if you can figure out how to do that in your own content by putting it back on your audience, giving them some sort of action that they can take, whether it's physical or thought-based, I think your content will absolutely succeed. So Jordan Peterson, absolutely love his content. I suggest that you guys go and implement some of the things that he does. And one of the main things that I love about his content is how deep and powerful it is. He's always relating it back to things that we as humans are always contemplating on a daily basis. So if you're able to pick up what people are thinking about every single day in relation to your profession or what you're able to deliver to them, and you make content about that, along with the action step for them to go implement and get results from, I almost guarantee that you will see an increase in your views and a higher engagement rate on your content because your audience will genuinely enjoy it. So thank you guys for joining this quick episode of the Micheletti Podcast. I hope you guys gained some actionable tips and some value from it. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. We will be producing episodes like this very frequently. Please leave any feedback that you have, any content creators you want me to analyze. I'd love to do it. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.